Hey guys, it's Christine, also known as IvyWinter. Thank you for joining me for another Disney video. Today I'm going to be talking about 10 things that every Disney World first timer should know. So these are some things that either just don't get brought up and most people don't know, or maybe some misconceptions that they have about the parks that I want to set straight for you if you were going to Disney World for the first time. Number one is it's more than one park. I know that might sound silly to people who know Disney World really well, but for a lot of people, they just think of Cinderella Castle. They just think Magic Kingdom is Disney World and that's it. You're going to Disney World and you're going to a single amusement park. Disney World is huge. It's 4 parks, it's golf courses, it's 2 water parks, it's Disney Springs, it's the boardwalk, it's just massive amounts of things to do just outside of the parks alone. But even if you were just doing a trip just solely for the parks, it's massive. It's going to take you several days to get through seeing most of everything. It is not just one park. It is more than just seeing the castle. It is more than Magic Kingdom and It's a Small World and all of that. So make sure you know that going in and take your time to research all of the different parks. On that note, my number 2 is you won't get to do everything in this trip. So prioritize, especially if this is going to be one of your once in a lifetime or probably not gonna go back, or at least not for some time kind of trips. You need to prioritize what you and your family want to do the most. It's impossible to see everything in a single trip in Disney. And I'm not just talking about all the rides, I'm talking about all those extras that I mentioned before. You're just not gonna have the time to experience all the restaurants and the bars and the extracurricular stuff unless you're spending, 2, maybe 3 weeks. And even then, I could still argue you can't see everything. It is indeed a world. And so you have to be realistic and prioritize what's the most important thing for you. So whether it's getting on all the classic rides, or being able to make sure you spend at least 2 days in every park, or maybe it's eating some of the best food, or maybe it's doing a tour, whatever it is that you find most important, make sure you prioritize that, and everything else will have to be secondary. My number 3 is transportation takes longer than you think. Yes, it's free and it's awesome that it's free, but Magical Express, which is the bus from the airport to your hotel, can take forever. By the time you get your bag, get off the plane, cross the airport, go downstairs, check into Magical Express, wait for a bus. If you're lucky, you'll be on right away. If you're not, you could be waiting a little while. Get on the bus and then make multiple resort stops, especially if you're not the first stop. It could take you upwards of 2 hours just to get to your hotel. Same goes for the free transportation at the parks and resorts. The buses run ideally every 20 minutes, sometimes faster depending on the crowds, depending on how popular a certain park might be. But sometimes it even takes longer. And there have been some issues lately with buses taking longer than they probably should, or the wait times that are set. So just expect everything to take a little longer than you think. Just because your resort is a 10-minute drive to Magic Kingdom doesn't mean that it's only gonna take you 10 minutes once you roll out of bed. You gotta get down to the lobby, get to the bus station, hope you didn't miss the bus, and then see how long the wait is for the next bus. You're already adding on probably a good half an hour to 40 minutes to whatever time you thought it was going to be. So expect things to take longer. If you want things to be shorter, you can always opt for renting a car, Ubering, doing the minivans. Those are all added costs, obviously, but if that's something that's important to you, then you might want to look into that. Number 4 is there's a free app. Use it. A lot of people don't even realize this, but the app is free. You go into your iTunes store or Google Play, you search for Disney World, the first thing that should come up would be the official app. It's 100% free. If you made an account on the website when you're booking your vacation, which you probably did because you'll be prompted to, you can connect it to the app. That app is gonna give you wait times, park maps, all the information you need to know for entertainment times, show times, information as nitty-gritty as where the nearest bathroom is. It's going to have all of your Fastpasses listed, your dining reservations. It's gonna have phone numbers for you to call should you need to. It's really important to have this app. It's going to make your vacation so much easier, and like I said, it's free. Even if you're only going the one time, delete it afterwards, but I highly, highly recommend it. Number 5, the food is not just burgers and fries. I promise you. People think theme park, they think, it's just quick, fast food, the food's not good, it's all gonna be the same kind of stuff. It's like McDonald's, right? So wrong. There are so many restaurants at Disney World, from 5-star restaurants to quick service. And sure, if you want burgers and fries, you can have burgers and fries. But you can also have Japanese food, French food, African food, Moroccan food. You can do fine dining experiences. You can do character breakfasts and meals where you meet characters while you're eating. You can do buffets. You can do a buffet with a stage show. You can do sit-down table service. You can do quick service. You can do snacks, so many snacks. There is so much food at Disney World that there are blogs and websites dedicated to the dining at Disney. So I suggest taking your time and going through those and checking out restaurants and seeing where you want to eat and what your budget is and what you would like to check out. But it is so much more than burgers and fries. I'm sure you can get that if that's what you're looking for. But they offer a plethora of amazing culinary experiences. So don't think that it's just theme park food, because you can get so much more than that. Number 6, you will be physically exhausted. Disney World is an exhausting trip. Even if you take day breaks, even if you have a rest day in between, or you're like, we're just gonna go to the water parks for a day. That's awesome and it's a great way to recharge, but the days that you are doing the parks are so tiring. My body never gets used to it. I've been down there a bunch of times, and by the end, my calves are tight, my feet are throbbing. You walk so many steps. I have a Fitbit and I'm constantly making over 20,000 steps, sometimes more, depending on what's happening for the day. It is exhausting. You're gonna wake up the next morning like, oh my God, I'm so tired, but I'm also so excited to do the next thing. But just expect that. It's definitely not a relaxing beach vacation. It can be, but like if you really wanna see all the parks and you wanna walk around and get on all the rides, it's not going to be. So make sure you pack those extra pair of comfy shoes, make sure that you have everything you need to be comfortable, but expect being exhausted by the end of your trip. Number 7, don't waste your Fastpasses. Meaning you only get 3 a day and then you get additional after you use those 3. But you're locked into 3 only at the start, right? And you don't wanna waste them on rides that really don't need them. So do your research, see what the big ticket rides are. You're gonna want one for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, but you might not really need one for Big Thunder Mountain if you can plan your day and go there early or before park closing. You'll want one for Avatar, obviously, but you might want to just risk that 20-30 minute wait for Dinosaur. Make sure you aren't wasting your Fastpasses on rides that don't really need it, or that you can deal with that wait time, because trust me, as much as you might think 40 minutes is a long wait, when you compare that to Test Track, maybe up to 70 minutes on some busier days, which would you rather actually wait for, and which would you rather have the fast pass for? So take your time in looking at what fast passes you should get. I do have a video on what I think right now are the best fast passes per park. You can check that out, that might help, but do your research, don't waste them. They're precious, they're valuable. You'll waste your time if you waste your fast passes. Number 8. It's not just about the rides. There is so much entertainment in all of the parks. It's amazing, and it's one of my favorite things about Disney World. You go to Epcot especially, there's entertainment in every single country, from every single country. You go to Magic Kingdom, you have the Dapper Dans, which is a quartet singing group that is fantastic. You have the band that is an actual brass band that plays all kinds of music, not just Disney, but all kinds of stuff. You have the Streetmosphere performers in Hollywood Studios, which are really fun, and they're like quirky comedians and they're great at improv. These are the things you want to take in. It's not just about running from ride to ride, as much as that's great and you want to do everything you can. Take in the atmosphere, soak it in, soak in the entertainment, the theming. The theming is incredible. Take the time to really look at cues. Take the time to enjoy the area you're in. I see a lot of people get online at Disney and they're just there kind of on their phone. It's like, this line, 30 minutes. Let's see what's going on Twitter. Look around you. Like, one of my favorite cues ever is Everest. Amazing. There's an entire story being told before you even get on the ride, but you're gonna miss all of it if you're on your phone, or you're, just talking to someone else and not really paying attention, or you're just like there like, oh God, please kill me, I don't wanna wait any longer. Like, try to enjoy it. For the fact that you're stuck in that line, just try to enjoy the theming as much as possible, because You don't get that at Six Flags. Like, that's a boring wait. But Disney tries to make your wait the least boring as it possibly can. Sometimes there's interactive cues like Peter Pan or Haunted Mansion. They do their best to try to entertain you while you're waiting, so don't miss those aspects. Number 9 is you will experience withdrawal. If you really enjoy your trip, it's gonna happen. I mean, it doesn't happen to everybody. Some people don't love Disney. Some people say, oh, it's okay, I don't really need to do it again. But if you enjoyed your time, you're going to experience withdrawal. You're gonna come home, wanna watch all the movies, gonna wanna watch vlogs, gonna wanna start planning your next trip. It's going to happen. It's what I call PDD, which is post-Disney depression. It is true, it is real, and it's going to happen to you, and it's totally okay. It's totally normal to miss the magic, but it will happen, so just expect it. It's kind of hard to return to real life after experiencing all of that magic. It's hard for me every single time, and I go quite a bit, so expect that. Number 10, as Elsa would say, let it go. You need to let go if you don't get a dining reservation you wanted. You need to let go if the Fastpasses you wanted are available. You need to let it go if it's hot and it's crowded, because you're at a theme park and that's going to happen. But I think you need to let it go and just enjoy yourself. You're in the most magical place on earth, and that doesn't mean it's going to be a perfect vacation. I don't think that's a fair expectation of the vacation, that means everything's going to go smoothly and perfectly. I mean, one time I went and my brother got the flu and he missed out on parks for like 2 days. One time I went and I got the flu and I didn't realize until I was already there for 2 days. So things happen, life happens. Sometimes it doesn't happen exactly as you expect, but let it go. Just remember that you're on vacation, you're there to enjoy yourself, and the good things that happen are gonna be awesome. Don't fret about the things that don't work out exactly as you wanted them to. They're not gonna matter at the end of the day, I promise. Anyway, those are my things that I think every Disney first timer should know. If you have some tips, if you've been quite a bit and you think a first timer should know something, let me know in the comments below so I can share that with them. If you like this video, then like it. If you like me, then you should subscribe. I'm putting out Disney videos all the time. I'm going to Hong Kong in January and back to Disney World in January, so I'll have lots there as well. All right, guys, take care. Bye.